Hello guys, welcome to Archetype Insights with me, Sharon. Well, today's 12th of May. Wow, 12th of May 2022. I did a little bit of research on the number 2022. It says freedom, but it also says death. And so it so happened in my life. I actually thought to depict the handwriting today, but since I've been going with a loss and a big loss of my life, and it's kind of like breathtaking instances happening surrounded to me, and all I know, I have to face it through, and there's so many good people supporting me, like the counselors and astrologers and lawyers, but I don't know what I have to go through. I never been prepared for it. I never thought of it. So I thought to discuss with you, perhaps to get a new vision, a motivation for myself. I'm gonna title this particular video, this particular episode to be the endings and the beginnings. I don't know whether there's a beginning, but definitely there is an ending. I'm kind of a person, always been very dear and near to my dad and mom. When I was small, sleeping in the cradle, I do recollect few instances where my mom, like she been like feeding my siblings, and there's not enough rice in the home. So what she did is like, given the rice to the kids, and she drank the water, the boiled rice water, and feed herself. Also saw an instance where I've been sleeping in the bed, and there's lack of water, and she had to literally run to another home to get a pot of water for the home purchases. So I've seen many instances where mom has been struggling very badly, and not even a single time I thought I will not support her. Like when I was even sleeping in the cradle, I know my mom needed a lot of food, and she was unable to feed the kids because of poverty. And it's kind of like I was hungry. I was like yelling and crying so badly. All I can see is that face, which was beautiful. She was a very gracious woman. But that poverty, I don't want to see it again. And so too when she ran to another home, though they have been very good, close people to us, but sometimes they say something which my mom had to hear, and she had to feel bad. To get a pot of water, she had to move to another home and borrow from their bore wells, or from the well. And I couldn't see that. And literally happened is like I just saw a dream one day that there's a river next to our house, and there's a lot of water out there. And it so happened that they could get a well very closest to the home. And so happened magically that one fine day, a home which is towards the east side, it was filled with a lot of water, just like a river. And they have to remove the water to rebuild a home, or build up a home out there. And whenever I saw my mom being poor since after that day, she got a lot of food. She's never been empty or hungry. I do know that something about me was so attached with my mother that I lived for her. My entire life I lived for her. There was a time when she it just passed by the Mother's Day, and there was an ending. And I was so sad during Mother's Day. So many things happened. So this video, I'm gonna be dedicating to my mother experience as a mother and from the mother. Okay. Yeah. So endings and beginnings from mother to a mother. I don't know why I was very dear to her. Whenever I go out of the town along with my friends, I used to buy her sarees, and she's one of a lot of collections of sarees. I used to bring her some ordinary gift. I always like to spend time with my mom. I never had the instances except now, the moment I'm spending since after COVID. It's so blessed this time and this moment, because I lived all my life without my mother's love. The time when the girls need her attention, and those puberty time when she have to go with a lot of complications within her body, emotions, and hormonal changes and needs and sexual instinct that evolve her to step into a new level, or build up new relations, or get attracted to the boys. That's a time when she really needed a guidance, when she really needed a mother next to her. And I was so unfortunate that my mom had to leave me alone with my dad and stay with my granny. My granny was very, very gracious woman. Though we are not fair like the fair people, but we are very godly and very gracious people. And that's in our genes. My granny lived for almost like 99 years. Yeah, if I went out, 98 or 99 years. Not less than that. And she got a big long hair, and she was the godly person I could ever imagine for. Very gracious, very silent. Most of the people do say that I have a little bit of resonance like my granny, and a look a bit more like my mom. My mom and I lived very different dynamics. And this will be the last time I will be speaking about my mom, because there is an ending happening. She been a villainess and very, very domineering and a prompt personality in my life. She shaped me to be the toughest woman I am today, with no compromise at all in life, just to be a go-getter. The personality I possess of being strong, being outward, and being, looking for money and orientation towards building more money or being professional has all been somewhere. It's her force, it's her domination, it's her competition for me with someone else or whatever. And I could not understand this force. It's not a very clear cut communication, which is like a push. Always she pushed me to do this. And it did not comfort me at all. I do remember there was instances when I used to spend some time with my dear friend, and her mommy. She was very sick. I think she called up that sickness to her. She was very borderless, very lazy woman, and she was been on the bed for long years, and then she got disease, and she spent her rest of the life on bed. But I do know, whenever she see me, she liked me, and she used to talk to me, and she liked the South Indians and all that kind of a good talk. That's the only affection I got from a motherly figure. That's from my friend's mom. And the rest I knew it's from my dad. It's my dad was my mom, was my everything. His heart, I could see, I could feel his heart even today. And he's not there with me on earth. But when I touch my heart, when I feel him, I can feel him through me. And that's very big love, a deep love. And there's no replacement. No one can take that place. I do remember that many times my mom needed attention from other people, and she don't care for me. And I used to feel abandoned. She be very narcissistic all the time, very domineering. She make sentences so that my dad get pissed off on me, and then he shouts, he sometimes beats and all. And this been her nature always. She points out, she says something which pisses my dad about me, and he gets mad on me. Even for having lunch or dinner, I always used to have my lunch and my dinner separate in the hall back in Bombay, and my mom and dad used to have their dinner together in the bedroom. And at times, I do remember when I've been going to my dance classes, I was very art-oriented person, very artistic, so I learned dancing from a very young age. And I do remember one day she was sleeping in the bedroom, and I was so tired after lots of practices, and I did not have anything. So I used to go empty stomach and do the dance practices. I mean, like ringing the bell was like keep ringing and ringing and ringing, but she did not open it. And then I remember I had a key in my bag, and then I just took it off, opened the door and entered, and she was like lying on the bed, she was sleeping. And when I tried to open for food and get some meal for me, there was no food. And I had to just sleep empty stomach. I also remember one instance when I've been, participated for one of my dance festive on annual day function in the school. My girlfriend, my friend, she she called me to her home to practice along, and her mom really liked the way we've been practicing and synchronizing with each other. And her sister was also very much participative in the dance, you know, teaching us what steps, what not to do, and all. And literally it went on and on and on with a lot of other group of friends, and I was very late to home. And I remember there was some kind of a painting work, or a renovation work going on in our home. And when I came back, I was so tired. I just wanted to rest. When I saw my mom, she was like literally changed her face. And what she did is she took the stepula for baking the roti, and it was a steel very thick one. She took that, she closed the door, and she started beating me. And it's so worst that the stapler actually blended its shape completely, and it did not crack, but I've got a lot of scars on my leg and on my back area. It was a lot of pain she has given to me, but I still feel I always felt caring, loving towards her. I saw her even before I was born. I do remember I was holding a hand of a very divine mother, a very divine lady, and she was wearing the white colored gown with blue turkey upon her, and she'd been holding my hand, and I saw the ritual practices, the voice of my mom from the window, and I just wanted to hear, who is she? And I just turned closest to her, peeping from the window, and it's very illusory. It's like a spiritual thing. It's not a human, but I was just in a spiritual mode, and it was in a dream, or a dream shown to me from where I had ascended. And I saw her praying to the goddess, doing the puja and rituals. And I saw her face, very glowy, very gracious. Her curly hair was so gracious, graceful. And I just looked at her very dearly, very lovingly, as if I belonged to her. And the lady who was holding my hand, she said, "No, you should not. You don't go there." And I wondered, no, but I love her. She's so dearly calling the God, and let me be with her. And she said, "You will suffer." "No, baby, no." And I said, "No, I will be with her." And I bond in her. But I remember, not even a single moment, I could feel that pure love what the lady holding my hand could have given me. She was my mother, not the one in her noetic birth. This was my karma. I've been born to do something for her, and I did it. I've given her a well full of water, lots of food, and a stable home. Everything. But today, she decided to give all the property to my sister, leaving me nothing. Nothing at all. it's a loss, but I don't know what to say. As if I'm broken. I'm not a greedy person. I came to India when I heard the news. She was admitted in ICU, and she got food poison. We have been born as a Hindu, but some influence of Pentecostal people. She had to literally change her religion, and she changed it without anybody's aware. She forced everyone to change except me. And a lot of psychic problems because of that. If I observe her from a clinical point of view, she has very irrational psychotic symptoms, which is very delusional but to the extreme and very dangerous. In a spiritual term, very demonic and evil intended. She wasn't being this. She was very graceful, not very loving though, but not to the extreme like this. She puts spells on me. She blocks my everything all the way. She stopped my growth. She don't want I should be succeeding in any shape or form in life. It's all being, structured or advised to her to do in such a way. Because she's insane, she don't have herself. It's a lack mentality for her, lack of emotions. Because of expectations piled upon the children, and when none of the kids could keep up with the expectations what she has built it up for them or from them, she moved in the direction where nothing can stop her or no one can have her. If I see her life, it would be like unfulfilled in many ways. My dad never used to be, much. He used to love her, dedicated his whole life for her. But she was more of attention seeking, and she got this problem to seek the attention from other people and be more validative. So that's a trait of narcissistic people, to seek validation in them. And if they don't diagnose that problem or self-introspect that problem, it can go to an extreme level that to gain the attention you move to anyone. And that's so very dangerous and you do anything. You create drama in a home, drama outside. And with that you lose reputation in society. You become absolutely psychotic, erratic in nature, that nothing can pull you back. To some extent only hypnosis can work, but at this age, when she's around 70, I think even that is a bit impossible, unless she would not change from herself. It's a very difficult phase to which I have come in encounter with psychotic people. Dear brothers and sisters and guys out there, Christ don't want you to become 24 hours with Him. He just wants you to believe in Him, that He exists somewhere. He just wants you to observe Him in good tones, in good words, in good deeds, in love, in care. He don't want you to do all the evil work and then call him. He's not there. Someone else is there. His counterpart. Please identify it. There's so many people in Kerala by the name of Christ is coming with so many illusional belief systems and deeds and take away everything what you have, or try and do the sin and crimes, increase more crimes and more sins, and it has no base. The base comes with not you as a person, but him as a person, to know what he has done for other people, and you do good for other people and not to harm other people, and then say that's the sentence of Christ. Christ will never snatch away somebody's property. Christ will never make sex with another woman and could say that's my woman too. Christ is not someone who would leave the mother and go with any other woman. Christ is the one who is a messenger of God, who knows the timing, who can see the universe, who can speculate what's going to happen next and how I can save my people. He's a savior, not a snatcher, and neither a sinner. So stop those sinners practicing calling his name and doing the sin after sin, crime after crime in the name of Christ. So these all people are submissive people who are intended to bring the clan and groupism and eat and feed themselves and kill the poor people, the poor innocent soul like me. I'm really shocked at this moment. I have only this moments with me. In the home, the very home for which I lived almost my 15 long years, working hard, competing in the world. I don't know what all the ladders I have to cross with just to maintain this home and this peace of the home. Just to take care of my granny, my dad, my mom and her expectations, and then my child. And today, my son don't want me. He has chosen maybe my sister or my cousin to go with. And that's been, conditioned to him in his mind. And my mom given away all the property to my sister, not even giving me any single penny. My crown is gone. I brought down my crown. I was my daddy's little princess, and I had the crown from him, always, from his heart. I will still remain my dad's little princess, but not you, for sure. I have only my memories with me. And to my mom, all I can say, peace to be with you. Cause I'm speechless that you could not identify between an angel and an evil daughters. I'm not saying my sister was an evil, but she's never been good. She was never been there for When my mom was admitted in ICU, doctor suggested let someone stay with her because she's old and sick. She needs someone's affection and attention. And my sister ran away saying, I had to be with my kids. And she left her alone. My boy cannot stay in the hospital alone, so he called me up in the midnight and said like, will you stay in the hospital in the night, during the night? Cause the elder sister cannot, or aunt cannot stay in the hospital. Because she got a job in her. And I knew that's gonna happen. Because they were being very responsible siblings. They do come when there is a need of money exchange and financial discussion or property matters. But they are never there, or not much attention they give, or they feel as a burdensome to take the responsibility of parents. All I know to my deity that my good karma is always with me. And I'm just hoping and praying to God that God save me from wrong, dark, evil people. And do not put me in any kind of risk in life. Because what I lost is my home. It was unexpected. And I never even thought of it. It will turn up in this way. I leave it to the God who watch me, who can see me. I never wanted this home to be sold because I can still feel the presence of my granny here. I know my dad sometimes can visit here. I know I can come down here. This is old home, for sure. There have been some paranormal activities as well, some supernatural things happening in this home. Not paranormal, but some supernatural things, which is beyond my understanding. I can feel and sense a lot of darkness in here, and very demonic possession, so in one way it's good, it's going off. But the parties who are gonna enjoy the money, they don't deserve it. I leave in the hand of God to decide. Because I called the lawyers, I tried to get some lawyer for me. Unfortunately, I'm in such a stage where I cannot pay the lawyer right now, but I just need their advice or their attention. Some of the lawyers did give me the right guidance and consultation over the phone, that not even a single person daring to come over here and talk it out, or even if they have a judge or a lawyer, not even willing to call me or to discuss things with me upfrontly, clearly. Unlike the real estate dealings are always should be taking place with the meetings and with nice dinner and discussion across the table that is gonna be decided, and if you have your word you can bring your lawyer, you can discuss things and let the right judgment be taking place in the favor of all. And I know my mom will never allow me to be happy in life. She's evil from her heart. The only mother is healing me right now. is that lady whose hand I left and took the bird in her. I want she should hold me back and take me along with her forever. Because I'm done with my karma, I'm done with my lessons, and I'm definitely done with my responsibilities in life. And she's with me. If one crown is down, I know she said that she will give her crown to me because I deserve it. Maybe usual, but sometimes this is archetype insights. What you know is not the real world. What you don't know is a world inside you. So this particular episode I dedicate to the mother's love, from the mother to another mother. Identify the real love, not the fake one, or not the needy one, because those are evils. They're only there when you can provide, and the moment you stop, they will walk away, and there is no truth in it. The true love is always next to you. Just need to call her. She's there. Until the next insights. Maybe here, maybe somewhere else. This is Nisha and Savior.